Hey, Helldivers, Thornton here, and today we are going to be talking about the Freedom Flames Warbond. Now, as we know, Sony did leak it, and it is coming, but the question is, well, is it enough to save the game, especially as Arrowhead is still on vacation, and, well, it'll be a couple weeks before we get them back. So we're going to go over everything with the Freedom Flames Warbond, but then also, what is the current state of the game, and what's the next major patch going to be? But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic.
So if you are a fan of Helldivers 2, you've been actually pretty patient this summer. Now, it does appear that we are going to be getting a brand new Warbond pretty soon. It's no big surprise. In fact, Sony leaked it themselves and we've talked about it, but they went ahead and put on the fact that there is going to be the Freedom Flames Warbond coming in, and it's deploying with new fiery weapons, life-saving armor, cool capes, fresh emotes, player cards, and patterns. And we've actually known about this in the data mine files for a while. There's 4 armor sets, 2 new weapons, a new stratagem, possible titles, and some armor bonus against fire resistance, and all of that is absolutely fantastic. That being said, that when this does drop, they're going to need a lot more than just the Warbond to bring a lot of the player base back. Players have been pretty vocal recently on Reddit that while they love Helldivers and will help defend it, they're getting really tired of liberating the same planets on repeat, along with the same mission types, and then also the same enemy faction types. And it feels like, well, we haven't gotten a lot of new content in terms of just ways to play the game in quite some time, which is kind of a bummer because we know huge things are just around the corner. For instance, I think for like the last 6 weeks, we've had the Meridia black hole from a planet we destroyed, which was a super cool lore event. And honestly, even though I feel bad for Helldivers fans waiting for the Illuminate to come, I'm gonna be honest, I feel bad for the Illuminate on the other side. I'm just imagining like Illuminate Bob over here, like, oh man, I can't wait to finally come through the black hole. They detonated the planet and now we can begin our invasion. And then Illuminate Joe is like, did you hear that Arrowhead is actually on a 6-week vacation as the studio enters a semi-siesta mode, bugs and issues like that, but there won't be any new content. And then Illuminate Bob slams the ground like, what do you mean Arrowhead is on vacation? And I totally get it, and this is something that this game studio does, and I'm not gonna knock it. If it works for the studio, it works for the studio. But when you release the next Warbond, if it ends up just being, customization and cosmetics, along with a couple of new weapons, I don't think that will tide over the player base. Players just simply want more in the game right now. Now, thankfully, we do have some other cool stuff thanks to Tier 5 NPC. Yesterday, we went over a bunch of Illuminate weaponry coming into the game, and well, he came back with even more, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the gameplay clip. All credit goes to him. There's gonna be an orbital star, which is similar to the current orbital flare, but prettier with a shade of purple. This could be the way the Illuminate infantry call for reinforcements similar to bots or have another utility. There's also a shockwave blast where a powerful blast of energy stuns and knocks you off your feet. However, it deals 0 damage. There's also the obelisk energy wall. Similar to the first game in Helldivers, this heavy armor tank shoots energy walls at you, which one hit you if hit directly. There's no animation or explosion, but has a serious ragdoll when near impact. There's also a cyborg rail cannon, which is kind of cool, which is a rail cannon strike just like ours, but much less powerful with extremely tight impact radius and much deeper red explosion, not linked to automatons. So it looks like cyborg faction is maybe going to be a thing. And it's great that we have the data miners and a lot of leakers out there to give us hype for upcoming content, because right now, without that, me personally, I'd be wondering what's exactly going on with the game. So I am excited for the Freedom Flames Warbond, as I'm sure a lot of you are as well. But unless it releases pretty soon with the new enemy faction, or at least new mission types and planets to explore, it seems like we're going to have even a longer summer vacation than we expected. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and show the gameplay right here. Once again, credit to Tier 5 NPC.
Attention, Helldivers. Stalkers have been set into the perimeter. Watch your backs.
me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on the current state of Helldivers 2? Are you still enjoying it? Or are there some things that you'd like to see improved? And how do you feel about the buffs and nerfs in this new Warbond coming into the game? Also, don't forget to check out the channel in the top left corner where I cover more news and information on Helldivers 2. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by, and keep spreading democracy.